Thank you, followers, for your support in our relationship. And we're excited about what God's done in this last year.
We look forward to sharing more of our story with you very soon.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Justin Duggar and Claire Spivey are getting married in April, according to a wedding registry that I located on Amazon. Now, the Duggars are pretty good at putting out decoy dates to keep the public questioning when marriages are going to happen. On the bridal registry, they are asking for things like AirPods, Sephora gift cards, Cheesecake Factory gift cards, a robot to vacuum their floors. Just your average day, right? How did this couple get here? And where did it all start? These are the questions I've always wanted to know, and thankfully I had a source connected to the Duggars tip me off on some of the details about this relationship. But before we get into it, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe down here if you have not yet subscribed. Turn notifications on so you know when I go live or new content loads. When Justin Duggar announced his courtship on TLC in the fall, people were shocked. We were not expecting this at all. We were anticipating a courtship announcement from James Duggar and Lauren Caldwell, and that got completely derailed when Lauren Caldwell became engaged to Titus Hall. Now, yesterday I did a video and let you know what happened with Titus and how he was supposed to be hooking up with Jana, according to a source. But now new details are surfacing about Justin and Claire's relationship that I thought were pretty interesting. Back when Justin and Claire's courtship was announced, I had someone from Claire's family reach out to me, and they were a little bit shocked about this arrangement, mostly because they consistently referred to Justin as rather immature and Claire as very serious. And because of that dynamic, it was not the best match, according to them. They were also concerned that Justin was not ready to get married based upon his age, but also based upon his behavior. They were not specific in what it was that they were referring to, just that he was immature. They also talked about how Justin and Claire's relationship had been going on for quite some time, but had had quite a few rough patches. At the time, I did a video, and it was suggested to me by this family member that this relationship had potentially been arranged by the parents, but that turned out to be not necessarily true. But this relationship did seem to have the rough patches, and from what I'm hearing, the immaturity part might be true. So what is actually going on here? According to a source connected to the Duggars, Justin and Claire have been together for a couple years. So Justin and Claire have been dating for about 2 years, according to the source I spoke to, and they had been in the same circle of friends for years. Justin, according to the source, had been known as the kind of guy that kind of got around. He was a player, according to the source. Now, I said player? What does that mean? These guys don't even kiss. My source says Justin really likes the ladies and would be known to sort of go off. Go off was the quote they said. Walk off where no one else was looking with the girls. I can't say for certain what they were doing when they were going off. These are kids that don't really have, they have people around them and accountability people around them constantly. So I can't imagine that they were doing anything wild, but they did say that he was speaking to a lot of women or young or girls or teens at the same time in at least the first year that he was with Claire, which I was like, wait a minute, Justin Duggar, a player? Like, is there even an option for being a player? Is that even a thing in the fundy world? Like, how are you a player if you don't even kiss? Like, how are you a player? And the person said he played with girls' emotions. How was it that Claire and Justin got more serious? The source says that they actually couldn't believe that Claire put up with it for as long as she did, and they were surprised that Claire didn't dump him given all the stuff that he was doing, the shenanigans, the immaturity, as that friend of the Claire's family let me know about. Well, at some point they got more serious, and Justin and his flirty ways ceased or stopped, but there's still some surprise by friends that these two are actually going to get married. One, because they don't believe that Justin's ready because he's still immature. Got it? And I asked them, well, why is he getting married so young? He's only 18. He doesn't have to get married. And they said, if you get married, you don't have to be controlled by your parents anymore. Allegedly. So there could be some motivation for front hugs on the bed for 10 minutes. And then there could also be the motivation for Justin to get away and leave his family and have freedom. Because until you're actually married in the Duggars, you're controlled by Jim Bob and Michelle. And to be frank, Justin's at the average age that the Duggars would send one of their boys to the Alert Academy. And we actually just talked about that in another video today where I told you about how Jason and James were sent to the Alert Academy for watching unrestricted internet content, if you know what I mean, allegedly. So Jason and James went to the Alert Academy. Justin might be avoiding the Alert Academy and his crisis by getting married to a woman that he apparently had other girls going on in his brain at the same time they were dating, and now they're getting married in April. Sounds like a perfect match made in heaven. Now, in terms of how Claire is described, they say that Claire is very serious and she's also very into Justin. My source says that she loves Justin very much and talks about him all the time, almost obsessively, according to the source. Obviously, puppy love, and this kind of goes in hand with the post that she posted on Instagram. Remember when they started courting? And I said, this is the most intense post I've ever read, and it was about Justin. Words could never express the depth of my love and admiration for this amazing man. He was 17 at the time, you guys. He is the most tender-hearted person, and every moment spent with him is treasured. I'm so thankful for the man of God that he is. Man of God, player. Same, this sounds like Josh. Anyways, whether we are in the person or long distance, he cherishes and loves me unconditionally. His example to me and all he meets is unlike any other. I am the most blessed woman on the earth to be in a relationship with you. I'll love you forever. That was pretty intense. And I remember reading that and I said, whoa, like a man of God, most blessed. I'll love you forever. It was so intense. It was probably one of the most intense posts I had seen after an announcement with the Duggars courtships. So this seems in line with what I was told by the source about their relationship and how she's very into him and speaks about him obsessively. Now, we know very well that Jim Bob has plans for his kids. If he can't control them and they have some problems, he just likes to marry them off. Think of Josh Duggar. Now, I'm not saying that Justin has done anything of the sort comparable to Josh at all, to women or to children. But Josh also has a wandering eye. And when Josh had a wandering eye and had done some stuff, Jim Bob made sure to arrange or set him up with Anna. It was clear by this person I spoke to that the Duggars do have a choice in terms of who they want to date, but sometimes it is recommended by their parents, and their parents do have a lot of control about the parameters of the relationships and whether or not, if they like someone, if that relationship can move forward. They liked Claire enough to approve this, but apparently Justin kept things from behind his parents' back, which included that he was talking to other girls. He also kept those secrets from Claire, allegedly. So my guess was maybe Papa Duggar found out about everything that Mr. Justin was doing, and he was like, Justin, you're gonna either have to, one, court her for real and get engaged, or go to the Alert Academy. In my brain, I'm guessing Justin, and this is all pure speculation. My source did not say this, but based on based on how Jim Bob handles the kids, my guess is that Justin was like, I'm gonna marry Claire, duh. I mean, why wouldn't I? I don't want to go to Alert Academy. That's lame. So Justin will avoid Alert Academy and get married and get a toaster oven and a robot to vacuum his floors, along with AirPods and gift cards to Sephora. Now, what are your thoughts about Justin being a player, Claire being intense, and his friends being shocked? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.